Alright guys, finally I am back. I know I missed a couple of recaps last week, so I'll go over my days. Most of them were small, pretty break even, so it was kind of pointless to even do a recap because I about broke even on those days for very small losses. And then on Friday I did have to go out of town, so as soon as I finished trading I locked it up, turned my PC off, and then head to the road to drive off. But yeah, so last week I had a pretty tough time last week. So I had Monday was green 400, and then Tuesday I lost 1400, and then another red day. So I think these are the ones I started not doing recaps on. I didn't do a recap on negative $95. I didn't do a recap on negative $23, so I about broke even that day. And then Friday again, I was down another $131. So just red day behind red day behind red day. This has never happened to me 4 red days in a row. If I go over to my reports and my calendar, you could see that I have never had 4 red days in a row. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. The most I've had this year was in January, which was 3 Misty, which was 3 red days in a row right there. 2 here, and then even in whole 2021, 3 red days, 2 red days, 3 there. But had never had 4 red days in a row. So coming into this week, I was definitely kind of feeling those 4 red days. But I decided to just trade normal, keep it going, and just see what happened. It was a pretty slow day. I was able to get one good day trade on one of the stocks, so I'll go over that. But yeah, $542 today, which I guess cancels out Friday, Thursday, Wednesday of last week. So that's pretty good to at least get back 3 days of losses in one day. That's why you keep it small. That's why you walk away and keep those losses small. Other than that, this last week has been the worst week I've had all year with all those 4 red days and this one green day. Last week in total, I was down 1,000, which has been by far the worst week I've had all year. So I'm actually not upset about it. I'm not mad about it. I'm actually glad that I've had a pretty big red week of losing $1,000 because that is definitely manageable. Today I had one trade over $1,000 that just that trade itself would have canceled out a whole week of losses, and that would have been good. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to capitalize on that, so I'll get to it. But today, $542 profit, and let me go over those trades now. Alright, so here are the trades for today. I'm going to leave this one for the end. I'll do the first trade that I took, which was MTEK. MTEK was one of the leading gappers today. You could tell it was shorted in the morning, right up in this area of 193. We were looking at $2. I missed the whole trade at open. I didn't want to chase it out of the gate. Didn't want to trade the first minute, and then didn't want to buy the pullback after the first minute in case it actually came all the way down. I probably would have taken a small stab if I got a retest of that 173, but never was able to get it. So no trades there. I left all of that alone actually. Let me show my trade. So once it got up to this range, then I was looking for a $2 break. So then I started averaging in here, all in this area, taking it out. I think I was probably down on this stock about $100 after all this. Maybe a couple winners, a couple losers, but you can see just trying to anticipate a $2 break, which I already have that resistance on top. Here about that dip there at 181, tried averaging into it, sold at 193, 197, 191, but never got that $2 break, so I was getting stopped out. Like you can see on this one, I stopped right back down at 193. So no trades there. But on this one I was saying right when this happened here, that for one, I can identify that there's a lot of shorts in the stock, right? So 193, this whole left area, there's a lot of shorts in the stock. A lot of people are trying to push the stock down. We bounced off of 173 right down here, which is the pre-market high, so that now had turned into support. But I didn't take that trade at all. I waited for this move back up when you get the first green candle to break through VWAP. And this candle right here went from 178 all the way to 189. So about 10 cents in one candle, which for this stock is quite a bit. And volume increased on that candle big. At this point, I don't know why my mind was there's a lot of shorts. We're getting a lot of volume off of a support, and this candle is ripping through VWAP. I think this could be one of those super strong breakouts trades that you get a one candle move right up to like a resistance, like maybe that 193. You close high, and then that next candle without pullback, without a micro pullback, the second that next candle opens, it just takes off and then goes right up to the next one. So I kind of chased this one a little bit. The way that candle started taking out shorts, I kind of decided to jump in it on that 185. Kind of a middle of the candle fill right over VWAP. But I wanted this next candle here to immediately, this candle to close high, 188, 189, even 190 if it kept pushing. And this next candle, I want it to open down up here and go higher. And as a matter of fact, I have examples of what I wanted it to look like. Um, Strong breakout. This is the strategy that I call strong breakout. So right here, you have this stock, right? You have a high, you hit a higher high, and then you pull back down, and then out of nowhere, one candle move takes it, and next candle rips, and then you get that continuation, right? This is what a stock can do in a hot market. But that's kind of what I was looking for right here, right? So you get that one candle move, hit a high, pull back down, one candle move there. I mean, sorry, the pre-market high, hit a high, pull back, one candle move, and then eventually rip higher. So it didn't do it on that, and I ended up just stopping out. I was like, this is consolidating too much. More consolidation means more shorts might come in here, which means the chances of it squeezing are less likely. But even though if it does do it, it might rip higher because more shorts. But more shorts are piling in and stopping it, so it's not doing it. We pull back down all the way to 173, and the second we hit 173 this time, it just reverses, like instantly starts taking out sellers again. And this candle started popping here, popping there, popping there. It wasn't until it literally popped all the way up here to 193, or no, 190-ish is where I first jumped in. 194. I guess I did jump in 194. I guess I got in higher than I thought. On this one, I said this is exactly what I was looking here. So $2 is going to break. I added at 194, which was right around there, and then it popped up, broke this pivot here of 190, broke the 193 pivot earlier, which is a strong seller, right? That's where I was looking to break and hold. This candle popped all the way up above 193. Held 193. Next candle opened, and this is where I loaded up, ready to take that trade through $2. I bought 2,500 shares here, and then I bought 2,500 shares higher at 194.5. But this candle opened. This had a very nice close above 193. This candle opened. I instantly added 5,000 shares. So now it's in at, this is 195. It looks like I got filled some at 197 up here. Either way, I just wanted to get my shares filled in. So I filled in with a total of 10,000 shares on this play with a cost basis of probably 195 right up here. I wanted a $2 break for sure. That $2 breaks, and the instant it pops up, I immediately want to cover myself and take half, right? So this is going to be very, very important because this is the only reason why I was able to break even on this trade. So stock pops up to 209, and I hit 5,000 shares sell at 207. So I missed the top of that wick by 2 pennies. So I sold 5,000 shares, half of my position at 207, which is 2 pennies off the high. So on those 5,000 shares from 195 to 207, I made about 10 cents, 12 cents to be exact, on those 5,000 shares. That's a pretty good chunk of money. Let me see how much that would be exactly. So 5,000 shares times 12 cents. That's $600 right there from 195 to 207. That I made $600 on this last ad. Now, my mistake was I never put a stop loss above break even or at break even because this happened so fast. If you want to see how fast this happened, go back and watch my live. It should be posted already, so you can always watch it live. But this happened so fast that when it popped up, I sold at 207 and instantly pulled back. I think at this one, I remember briefly looking at my profit, and I was up about $700, so that would make sense. From here to there, it was 600, but I still had the other 5,000 added, so I was already pocketing $600 profit plus the break even of $1,500. So I was up about 700 on this trade. And after that, I was like, maybe it pops right back up. So I held it for another second or two, or what felt like a split second. And then after that, it gave out, and I ended up stopping the rest at 187, which was my remaining 5,000 shares. So in this scenario, in this trade, I ended up taking 10,000 shares at 195, and I took half of them 10 cents higher for a $600 profit, $700 profit, whatever that would have been. And I ended up stopping 5,000 shares from 195 down to 187, which is about the same 10, 11, $12 range of profit, in this case loss, which ended up canceling out the $600 profit that I had already made and left me with $80 profit. So on this trade at the top here with my full position, I was about up 1.3. I remember looking at my P&L, and somebody on stream was able to watch it and go back, and it showed $1,300 profit, and somehow ended up with $80 profit. So a lot of shorts on the stock. Always take your profit. Oh, that's another thing that I was going to say. If I wouldn't have taken half of my position up here at 207, that stock would have pulled back down here, would have pulled back down there, and instead of breaking even for $80, I'd actually would have been negative $600-700 on this trade without taking that profit. So anytime you get a move in your favor, always take profit and leave the runners, but always take a little bit of partial. That is the only reason why this trade ended up working out. The other stock that I traded was Blue. On Blue, I had a decent trade because I was patient with it, and people watching me live were able to see that. So Blue took off right at market open, and I mean it formed, I think I counted, and this right here was like 14, 13 candles green in a row, and then two candles, and then again another 5, 6, 7 candles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles green in a row, and I was like, yeah, this stock is rallying, the stock is moving, but I don't have an entry. Maybe my only entry would have been this tiny consolidation here, break of 473, and then gotten this move here, but I had no idea that was going to happen after this whole move. So I waited for this move to consolidate, to have a healthy pullback, and then that's when I decided to jump in on this stock. So I jumped in here at the break of this downtrend, engulfing candle back up, and this happened to be at a psychological resistance. So that is where I took my trade right there at $5. Looks like I got 2,500 shares at 503. Looking for a new high of the day, which would have been 512 at that point. I ended up taking most of them out here. Or actually, I got fully out 2,500 there, 2,500 shares. Looks like 509, and then stopped out at 505. So I was able to make a little bit there. I re-entered this trade here once we get that nice momentum through that new high of day. Try to get a catch a small pullback and keep ripping. Tried it again here. I think this one right here was a loser, so I gave some profit back because I think I was up 120, $30 maybe on this stock. Once it broke this trend line, and you can see I have my little bubble there, I mentioned that we're probably in the backside of Blue, and I do not want to trade this anymore, which if I would have gone short, it actually would have worked right there. I would have shorted at 520-ish all the way down to 4.8, and it's still right at 4.9. So that was some small trades. And now the good trade of the day, the only trade that saved me. If I wouldn't have had this other trade here, I would have been up, I think it was $175, $180 on the day. But FFIE ended up showing up, and FFIE looks just like Blue. It started taking off in the morning. I couldn't really find a trade. Honestly, somebody kept calling it on stream, and I just didn't look at it. Not until this period here, which it was right on time because we had a flat top here at 482 and $5 psychological resistance right above. So in this moment, I thought that if 482 breaks right here, we could get a squeeze to $5 and break $5, which is exactly what happened on this trade. It broke through that 482, very nice candle, very nice volume. I caught the dip on that next one at 488, which the low of this candle is 486. So I missed it by 2 pennies, jumped in on that one, started taking profit right before $5. Always take my profit. I don't care if this seems like it's going to break. It could just reverse on you and then you never make money. So I took my profit at 496, 94 at $5.03, and then I kept my runners that I was able to ride all the way up here to 507, even to the top of this candle, which is 536, and I was able to sell at 529 and 519, it looks like. After that, I took small scalps in here. I think I ended up giving some profit back, and right in this area is where I decided to call it a day. I was watching this break through $6, which is the next whole number right there. But to me, the stock was up already pretty good amount on the day. I think this one was up like 40%. Let me check. Oh wow, 75%. Never mind. This stock was already up a lot, and the higher it was getting, the riskier it was getting. So I decided to take my $364 profit on this stock, call it a day, and wrapping up the day at $540 profit. So, paid off being a small share size all last week, being able to keep those small losses small, and then come in today and be able to just wipe out 3 days of trading with 1 day. So it was still kind of slow during the day, but finally picked up with this trade here because MTEK was being shorted pretty heavily. So no good trades there. There was no follow through on that big play that I would have had. Um, Unfortunate, but one of these days that play will come back, and this one will hold keep going higher and maybe even go up to $2, $5, $3 and just keep ripping higher. So with that being said, guys, thank you guys for watching. You already know if you want to watch me live right here on YouTube or Tradecaster. Any questions you guys have, ask me on my Discord. Link should be below, or you can ask me live or right here in this YouTube video. Comment down below any questions you guys have. Sorry I missed the recaps last week. They were kind of negligible, negative $25, negative $95. And then Friday I had to leave, which was a $130 loss. But at least I was able to cancel them out today, guys. And I'm still showing you the profit anyway, so it's not like I'm hiding anything. So 130, 23, and $95 today, just to recoup them all with today's win. With that being said, guys, I will see you guys tomorrow on a new recap or on the live stream. So y'all have a good one and good rest of your day.